Hello beautiful people from the internet, it is Connie over here. Good morning, go find your seats. Today we are having a revolution here on this channel because for the first time in my 3 years of smoking I have finally acquired a ZIPPO lighter, which is very hard for you to see because it keeps reflecting, but I'll try to take some extra shots and insert them here so you can see it well. This was a ZIPPO that was a hand-me-down from my father. It is a windproof ZIPPO from 2009, windproof lady. That is basically the theme of this one. I'll just insert some photos. And I'm very glad that I got this. I was not expecting him to hand me down his old ZIPPO at all, but he told me that back in the day when he used to smoke more packed cigarettes, he used to buy them in cartons, and often they would offer a ZIPPO with a carton, and so he had a lot of ZIPPOs that he just wasn't using anymore, and he decided to give me this one because it had a lady specifically, which I thought was very cute. Anyway, all that aside, I am very excited, but I've never lit a cigarette with a ZIPPO. I know this one has a weak flint, so I need to change the flint. Most of the times it doesn't really spark, but we're gonna try our best over here now. So I have my Portugal ashtray, I have my L&M forward, and I'm gonna be lighting this cigarette with a ZIPPO for the very first time. I've never tried it, I have no clue how it tastes when I don't light it with a lighter that has lighter fluid, I guess. This one has gasoline, which I guess is still lighter fluid, so maybe it's just gonna be the same. I don't know. Anyway, let's try it out. Come on. Oh my god, I'm so excited that it worked. The reason why I had never gotten myself a ZIPPO before, it's because, I don't know how you call it, maybe it's ZIPPO, but here in Portuguese I would say ZIPPO, so I'm just gonna call it like ZIPPO lighter. It's because they're very expensive. I've looked for good quality, like these actual metal ZIPPOs on Amazon and in stores, and they are about 40 to 50 euros, which I thought was very expensive for a lighter. And then I was saying this to my dad as he was offering me this one, like, oh, I was thinking of buying one myself, but have you seen the prices? And he said yes, but these are lighters that are supposed to last you a lifetime, you know, so it's a one-time purchase, and if you take good care of it, it's gonna last, it's gonna be with you forever, you know. And I was like, that is a very good way to see it, you know. The value that I would get from purchasing it one time would be amazing. Let's take a look at this flavor now. I would say the flavor of the L&M forward is one that I already like a lot. It's very fresh. It is not a menthol cigarette because menthol is banned here in Portugal, but there's something about it that has a certain freshness to it. I can't tell if the taste is like more pure this way, but it's definitely very nice. Seems like we have a bird wanting to say hello. That's so nice. I can't believe, I feel like this was the best way that things could have worked out, because I would eventually buy my own ZIPPO, you know, because I was just very curious to have one. I mean, it's a staple in every cigarette smoker bag, you know, so I really wanted to have one myself. But even better than buying one is having one handed down from my own father, you know. One that I know he also used, and it has a little bit of use marks, it has a little bit of scratches, so it's a ZIPPO with history, you know. I'm gonna take a couple shots so you can also see the scratches. I don't know if you're interested, but it's cool to see a piece that has been used by someone else, you know, that has history. I'm really happy that he decided to offer me his old ZIPPO. But you know, all in all, it's been a very nice morning here in Portugal. It's around 10 a.m. right now. I was about to say 10 p.m. The weather has been very volatile. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It either starts raining at a random point, and then it's sunny and super hot, and then it starts raining, and then comes the wind. So it's just very hard to predict, but either way, I really wanted to try this ZIPPO today, as it was handed to me yesterday, or I guess gifted to me yesterday. I just couldn't wait any longer, you know. The taste is definitely very nice. The thing is, I was using clippers before, and I'm pretty sure you use the same fluid for clippers and for ZIPPOs. At least I have one can of like gasoline for lighters, and I refill my clippers the same way I refilled my ZIPPO already. My dad told me how to refill it, how to change the flint, which I would have to do very soon, because as you could see, like most of the times like it doesn't really spark a flame. You have to give it a little push for the flame to come, which is totally fine. But I guess I just want to get a new flint and put it to work perfectly. It is definitely a very, very nice taste, but as I said, this cigarette by itself already has a pretty good taste, so I don't know if it's very much altered by the ZIPPO or if it isn't, but just the experience of lighting it with something different is really, really nice. I really enjoy it. Although my dad taught me how to change everything about the ZIPPO, I already went and looked for tutorials on YouTube. So I realized that it's very easy. You just have to push this thing. This thing usually is like this. So you just push it up and then you take it out of its box, which is very hard to do with the cigarette on my other hand. And here is where you unscrew it to change the flint. And in this thing, you lift it up and you put the gasoline here, which is very interesting. And then you just have to put it back. Put this thing back to its original place, which is in this position, and close it. It's very, very simple to work. I was thinking that it was going to be a little bit harder than that. I don't really know why. They just seemed a little more complicated to me, but now that I've learned more about them, they're actually pretty simple. I've definitely enjoyed this, I'm not gonna lie. This cigarette is almost at the end, which is pretty sad as this is going to be my only cigarette for today. I get tons of comments saying you're not even a smoker if you only smoke one cigarette a day. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm content and I'm satisfied, and I don't really care what I'm called if I only smoke one a day. I guess I'm a one a day cigarette smoker, one a day cigarette user, I don't know. Oh my god, I definitely inhaled a little bit too much of this cigarette right now. It got almost to the filter, which is not ideal. The last hit was not exactly my favorite, but I'm feeling pretty buzzed. I'm thinking of maybe making this video a two-part because I really want to try this ZIPPO again with you guys. So maybe I'll do another part tomorrow of me trying it again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's part. Time to stretch a little bit. And time to start my day. I hope you enjoyed your time here for now, and I'll see you very soon tomorrow. Alright? Bye! Hello my friends, I'm not even gonna lie, it's still the same day. I went home, had some lunch, did some editing, and then I talked to my dad about the ZIPPO, and we did some troubleshooting, and he ended up realizing that actually what is going on with the ZIPPO is not that the flint is broken, because if it was broken or getting too weak, it would not even create a spark. And it does create a spark most of the times. He thinks that I just put too little lighter fluid in it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to disassemble it, and now I'm going to pick my lighter fluid. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open this up and I'm gonna stick the lighter fluid in there. And my dad told me to do this until one drop comes out the other way. So apparently I was just putting too little lighter fluid in it. It was basically empty, and that was why it was never like lighting. Alright, I assume that should be about enough. I mean, I put a lot in there. So put this back in its case in this direction, and then pop this thing here again, and now it should work. So I'm gonna light one of my Carelli Gold Slims, and let's see if it works better this time. 1, 2, 3. Come on. I don't know if that was exactly better. The way my dad explained it to me, it doesn't really make sense for the flint to be the one that's faulty, because it does create a spark every time. It just sometimes it doesn't really create the flame. So it's probably a lighter fluid issue. But I feel like I put so much on it now. I don't know. Oh, yeah, this time I lit with only 3 tries. Maybe the problem is me not doing enough strength on the flicking motion, you know. I was really feeling a second cigarette today. I thought I was only going to record this part of the video tomorrow, but I just really wanted to try it again. I've been really enjoying carrying this ZIPPO around. It just really reminds me of my dad anywhere I go. Although we do live very close, like 5 minutes away from each other, but I love having little like memorabilia of people that I like, you know. Whenever I can get any hand-me-downs, I just feel like it's so special to me. I would much rather any hand-me-down over like a new thing, especially, for example, if I was to get a new ZIPPO. Sure, I could get like emotionally attached to it in a couple of years, but getting one from my dad himself is so much cooler. So, I don't really know if it was the lighter fluid or if it's still the flint, or maybe this piece here is like not very good. I don't know, because it does flick pretty well all the time. It just doesn't always create the flame, but it's been creating the flame way more times now, and if I keep trying to light it, I'm just gonna burn the lighter fluid that I just put in. I actually don't know how long it lasts, like the amount of lighter fluid I put in it now, you know. There's lots of people walking around at this hour. It's very different from 10 a.m. It is around, I don't have my phone right here, but I would say it's around 4 p.m. I think, or 3 something. So it's about the time that people go for walks in the park, and it's very enjoyable, you know. And I also like sitting here and just listening to the people and watch them pass by. I just sometimes feel a little bit self-conscious that with me talking to the camera, I could be disturbing someone. I don't know, I mean, I'm not really screaming or talking too loud, so I guess I shouldn't really worry about that too much. It's really nice out here, you know. The cigarette is also tasting very nice. I don't really like these Corelli Golds, but you know, I wanted to switch it up from the L&M forward I had this morning, so that is why I picked this one up instead of the other. I'm gonna take a couple hits without talking just to see if I can taste any difference in the flavor. Let's go. I will say, the thing I don't like about these cigarettes is how light the drag is and how little smoke I feel like I get after I take a hit. Like, look at this. It's very little smoke, but at the end of the day, it's a very slim cigarette, and probably a very light one as well. But the flavor of it is kind of nice. The only thing is the drag. The drag really puts me off, you know. But the flavor is good. I just feel like, because this is the same lighter fluid I use for my clippers, and hell, it is even for clipper, you know. Probably that's why I'm not feeling any difference in the taste. The most difference I feel is when I light the cigarette with matches, for example, because there's no lighter fluid in matches, of course. But with this, me expecting a different flavor, it's a little bit silly, because at the end of the day, the clippers that I usually use also have the same lighter fluid, so it just is what it is. It's still a good experience, you know. I love trying new things, and I really, really love having this. I know that my dad watches my videos, so se estiveres a ver, muito obrigada pelo clipper. Não clipper, pelo ZIPPO. Enganei-me. Oh, there's some sort of truck. That sounds like a truck backing noise. Oh my god. Alrighty, we're back in my car. I just wanted to finish off this video by saying this was way more of a nice experience than I thought it was going to be. Not exactly because it altered the taste of the cigarettes, but I feel like it just gave them a different feel from you lighting them with a different thing. It's like when I light them with matches, or when I light them with a big lighter instead of the usual clipper. So it was just a very nice experience overall, and I really enjoyed trying different ways of lighting the cigarettes. So that was very enjoyable, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well. I was waiting for the truck to stop backing so it wouldn't disturb you guys with a beep 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 kind of sound, you know. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something about clippers, or I guess ZIPPOs. I keep calling them clippers. Oh my god, I need to get my act straight. And I hope you continue to have a great day, and know that I will see you very soon. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bye!